Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond and Bitcoin Live, 113. That's how long I've been doing this. That's how many James Bond Bitcoin Lives there are. Hashtag bling bling. Bling bling. Wow, look at all those diamonds. Whew, shine bright like a diamond today. Anyways, let's go see what's in the notes section here. In the notes section, I have um, Bond Trading View, list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to um, Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. Flagged for shorts. All right. If you haven't seen this before, it's linked to onchainfx.com, but it's kind of customized to my view, where I compare the cryptocurrencies to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. And I flagged certain coins so you can short or sell your whatever altcoin to make more Bitcoin. I'll get into that a little bit later here. And a link to Bitcoin Diamond. I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin Diamond if you haven't already figured that out. Mainly because they hard forked from the main chain and created their own altcoin. Or maybe in the distant future, it will become Bitcoin. Maybe. Also in the notes section is the birth of a new the birth of a new Bitcoin fork, Bitcoin Diamond, BCD. I want to make sure that you know what I'm talking about. Ticker symbols BCD. All right. Launched with extensive research and development. Interesting. Okay, and that's coming from newsbtc.com. And then also in the notes section is Bitcoin Gold or Comedy Gold. Bitcoin Diamond launches with 4.2 billion coins. Now this is coming from Cointelegraph, and I'm going to let you know right away that this particular article is very inaccurate. And I'll go over the reasons why when I get to it. And then Bitcoin Diamond Twitter. I have a link to Bitcoin Diamond Twitter. And also, some people made 2 donations into the Bitcoin pot of gold. One of them was Skive. He did make a comment yesterday on my video, letting me know that he made a donation, and somebody else, or maybe they're both Skive. I'm not sure. I know Skive definitely did donate, and somebody else donated. So we're at $70 worth of Bitcoin. So today I'm going to give you the 6th clue and the 7th clue. I'll just go over it real quick here. It's in the notes section. Let me see. 6th clue to the 6th word of the 24 Mnemonic Seed. All right, are you ready? Okay, this word rhymes with blink, brink, sink, shrink, and think. So that's what the word rhymes with. It's up to you to figure that out, what it is. Now, I already given you 6 clues. The first 6 clues are pretty easy. They should be. The first one being very easy, all the way to the 6th one being a little bit more difficult, which I just gave to you. Now, the 7th clue here is going to be the start of more difficult clues. So, the 7th clue to the 7th word of the 24 Mnemonic Seed is in an article called Zeno's Paradox of the Tortoise and Achilles. So there's a link to it. I'll even go over it in the notes section here, or I'm sorry, I'll go over it when I share my screen with you. And also, just to help you out, there's also a link to bips, BIP 39 English text. That's from the GitHub. It is a list of the English text of the 200 plus words that are that basically are used for the Mnemonic Seed. So good luck to you in finding the combination. The sooner the better, because you can probably sweep the private keys right now. The other option is, of course, to scan the encrypted private key and guess the password. Okay. All right, and then there's a partition under that in the notes section. Our list of potential hard forks of Bitcoin or already forked Bitcoin. Bitcoin Silver, not quite yet, but supposed to be this month. Let's see what happens. The "It's time to stop" meme. I put that in there because it's really time to stop with all these forks, but people will keep doing them. Bitcoin Platinum, probably a joke, but you never know these days. There's a lot of things that are a joke that seems to happen these days. Bitcoin Uranium, Bitcoin Cash Plus, Bitcoin Classic, which already is in existence. It's a continuation of a chain, not really a hard fork. So that's already real. SegWit 2x, already taken a snapshot, by the way, the fake SegWit 2x. The real SegWit 2x never happened. It actually couldn't, it couldn't initiate the hard fork. So this fake SegWit 2x is basically a different algorithm, I believe. And it's already taken its snapshot on the original block height that it was supposed to fork off of. And then Super Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin Diamond BCD, which I'm going to be talking about today because it did hard fork yesterday. Matter of fact, I think it was 21, the 21 Million Club who let me know about that. And he also made a video. So if you have a chance to go check out the 21 Million Club, he's in the chat right now. If you could just go ahead and link to check out his channel and subscribe to him. He's already done a video on Bitcoin Diamond, but I will do my video on Bitcoin Diamond. And then a list of airdrops, last updated October 9th. That's the last time I checked it, but it updates every day. CryptoCreed.com/airdrop. For those of you who love getting money falling from the sky. All right, and then in the next partition in the note section, I have different links that will help you out. SegWit charts, if you want to know the SegWit adoption and transaction. Coin Codex, another listing platform very similar to CoinMarketCap. Live Coin Watch, that's another listing platform as well, very similar to CoinMarketCap. I actually like Live Coin Watch because it'll give you a 7-day, like a weekly gain or loss. So you know, the 24-hour period is okay, but you really want to know what's the weekly gain or loss. And you know, in a week, these cryptocurrencies and other tokens, they can move 30 to 50%, which in a traditional market, you're not going to see that. You're going to see like maybe for the year 10% is awesome. So think about that. CoinGecko is another listing platform I enjoy a lot. If I want to see the developer participation and community participation, there's an index for that on CoinGecko. And also it gives you an idea of the social media, a little bit of social media. So when it comes to crypto coins or cryptocurrencies and tokens, the price is really driven by social media and social engineering. So keep that in mind. And then BitInfo Charts, also a listing platform, a little more crude, but has very, very good tools. Like it'll let you compare different hash rates between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, transaction volume with, well, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash. When you look at the transaction volume, that should really tell you a lot about the network. And so far, the transaction volume that I've seen that are really comparable are basically Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that should tell you a lot about those two tokens. Oh, sorry. And then also in the notes section is Solum. Solum. I'm assuming it's supposed to be volume, but with an S because it's social media. So Solum .io, and it measures social volume. It measures, so far what I can tell, Reddit and Twitter, corresponding to the particular cryptocurrencies. Very useful. Like I said, cryptocurrencies are mostly driven by social media and social engineering. So when I watch and I go and look at the index and percentage of social volume compared to the price, it tells me if a coin is being pumped and then being dumped. Transaction accelerator, we may need that. The transactions have gone up. And that may be something of use, perhaps. Also, last but not least, Bitcoin Cash hash rate historical chart, 6 months. If you want to figure out what's going on with the mining between the two competing SHA-256 algorithm. And then next after that is in the partition, can Bitcoin be replaced via multiple hard forks? James Bond interview on Crusher Street. I'll eventually get rid of that, but I'll leave that there. This is where I shamelessly self-promote myself and another channel. Collecting your free Bitcoin gold coins with Coinami. That's a link to the support desk to Coinami. Gives you directions on how to split your Bitcoin gold if you had any Bitcoin on your Coinami at the time of the snapshot, or how to import your Mnemonic Seed from other wallets, because it's really easy to split your Bitcoin gold on Coinami, real easy. And also, if you have any paper wallets, you can sweep your Bitcoin gold from your Bitcoin. Gives you how-tos on all that. And if you need some help, I did make a video called How to Split Bitcoin Gold BTG 01 using your Coinami. Now, in the video, I already had Bitcoin on Coinami wallet, so that's how I split it. And so that just keep in mind. I also have a link to Mnemonic Code Converter. This is coming from Coinami. This is Coinami's recovery phrase tool, but it also generates a wallet using a Mnemonic Seed generator, something that you can use. And also it selects all the different coins, including Bitcoin Gold, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Pivx, all the coins that Konami has to offer. This Mnemonic Code Converter or Mnemonic Seed generator, I would call it, provides. So that's another way that you could probably open up a Bitcoin wallet, or maybe, well, not Bitcoin Diamond has not come on Coinami yet, but Bitcoin Gold is on Coinami. So that's another way to generate a Bitcoin Gold wallet without getting your private keys stolen. And of course, I have a link to Bitcoin Gold after that. And then after this partition, after that, in the notes section, I have some information. If you're watching this video and you've seen an advertisement about BitConnect, you might want to read this. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And just to top it off, I interviewed 3 BitConnectors. All right. James Bond, Bitcoin Live, 0017. 2 of them rage quit. One of them was stupid enough to stick around to let you know where you can find them. And I had a 4th guest. He was just a normal guest, not involved with BitConnect. And he knew that BitConnect was a Ponzi. And so, and I think I had Ozzy the BS filter do a special appearance. He didn't say much about BitConnect. I find that very strange. And then finally, in the last part of the notes that's been partitioned, I have the video. I have a music video theme for this video, Rihanna, diamonds. Shine bright like a diamond. And also an interesting video called Zeno's Paradox number file. If you ever want to know what the Zeno paradox is all about, I'll be getting to that. That's part of the 7th clue to the 7th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. And then, of course, I have a link to hashtag yes2x80, which is the meme that you're looking at right now, or I don't know if I call it a meme. It's more like a nice thumbnail, but kind of a meme. And then I have the Bitcoin pot of gold. I have a link to the Bitcoin pot of gold and the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Thank you for the person who sent a donation to the Bitcoin pot of gold, and thank you for Skive. If you don't know who Skive is, unfortunately, I don't have the links to people's channels anymore. I got so much in the notes section. I hope you don't mind, because I think it's worth having all the good information and the links and the tools that I provide to you in the notes sections. Sorry, I just run out of room. It will not let me put any more in there. Otherwise, I would have put everyone's links to their channel. But Skive is also another YouTuber. Please subscribe to him. Go to his channel and watch his videos. All right, so let's check out who is in the live chat here. Dual overhead camness, bling bling, yes, and the 21 million club. Welcome back, Richie Rich, Fud Machine, Q Borrow. Good to see you again. Excellent. All right, let's get on with the meme here. Oh, goodness. Well, if you take 21 times 10, that's 210 million, apparently. And that's the philosophy of Bitcoin Diamond. So how many ever Bitcoins that you have and times it by 10 is basically how many Bitcoin Diamond you should have. So they have 10 times more units of account, equaling up to 210 million Bitcoin diamonds. So there you go. Well, let's continue on here. Let's get to the first thing here. All right. The Bitcoin pot of gold. Thank you for the person who have donated. The QR code in the arrow that points to the Bitcoin pot of gold, the pot of gold right there, that is the donational address. Please, if you are watching from your computer, go grab your phone, your wallet, scan that QR code, push send all, and high priority. Thank you very much. The QR code on the right is the encrypted private key. If you scan that with your wallet, it'll ask you for a password. If you can figure out the password, the Bitcoins are all yours. Of course, keep in mind, this is a SegWit address. So if you have a SegWit wallet, or if you know how to use a SegWit sender, or if you know how to extract the private key from the encrypted private key, you can essentially use a SegWit sender to send out those Bitcoin. And then the QR code down in the middle on the bottom is if you use a regular QR code scanner, that will take you to Yellow Fever for You, to his channel. He's another YouTuber. He's the one that gave me this idea. Thank you, Yellow Fever for You. Excellent. Hello, Felipe. Hey, ya. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So I'm going to refresh this. This is the address that is the Bitcoin pot of gold. Now, normally I do have treasure hunts within my in my wallets. Hey, Brian, good to see you. So normally I would have like Bitcoins hidden in my normal memes here. Let me go back to this to this meme. I would normally have my Bitcoins hidden in the meme with the QR code, or maybe through stenography, I've hidden um, the private key or encrypted private key within the image. But because of all the hard forks we're having and some of the long, very long unconfirmed times, I'm holding off on that, and at least until all the hard forks are over. But there are still Bitcoins in the previous episodes, and I think they're still available, so you can go check them out. Anyways, let's take a look here. Yesterday I had two people who donated. Here are the two addresses right here. One of them must be Skype, and somebody who well, wants to stay anonymous, whoever you are. Thank you very much. But what I noticed is in this transaction here, this must have been done really earlier, around the time, or shortly around the time I did live stream yesterday. And if I click on it, it actually has a very 20 satoshis per byte, and it got confirmed. So that must have been the time where the mempool was very low, because it was very low last night. And then this transaction came a little bit later, probably very early in the morning. Let me see. There's about almost a 5 or 6 hour difference, and this is unconfirmed, and it has about the same transaction fee, about 20 satoshis per byte. But you notice it's unconfirmed. So between last night and about 6 hours ago, there was basically the fees, or the mempool has gone up, or is filling the blocks, or a lot of transactions are filling the mempool. So just want to show that. So this is something I'm going to keep an eye on how long it's going to take. So today is the 24th, though. Early this morning on the 24th, I believe. And so we'll see how long this takes. But this is how much is in the Bitcoin pot of gold. There's also the QR code right here, if you want to go ahead and scan that and donate. So anyways, let's go over the first clue. So let's go over the first clue or the sixth clue. The sixth clue is also in the note section. So the sixth clue to the sixth word of the 24-word mnemonic seed is the word rhymes with blink, brink, shrink, and think. Here, let's go back to this here. So that's the sixth clue to the sixth word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. Now the seventh clue is going to give you, I'm going to lead you to this here. Okay, so the seventh clue is actually right here. Zeno's paradox of the tortoise and Achilles. If you know what this is, it's I guess, a story, and also a paradox. Zeno of Ilia, 450 BC, so almost 2,500 years ago, was a philosopher, and he created several famous paradoxes. One of them, the best known paradox, is of the tortoise and Achilles. And so essentially, if you read through the story, it kind of tells you the story. And it's basically kind of a story of the rabbit and the hare, kind of, or not, the tortoise and the hare. But essentially, if you read the story, it's basically if a tortoise was given a head start, and Achilles, being a Greek hero, was an athlete, and if the tortoise was given a head start, theoretically the tortoise would win, because no matter how close Achilles came, the tortoise would always be ahead, theoretically. Of course, in physical reality, that's not true, but you get the idea. Anyways, the clue to the seventh word is right here. So enjoy the read and have some fun and learn something. All right. And also there's a video if you want to know about, I put a link in the video. Let me see if I can find the name of that video here. The video is Zeno's paradox number file. I have a link in the notes section if you want to learn more about that. So Felipe Heya asks, will Koinami support the fork? You're talking about the fork of, assuming you're talking about the fork of the Bitcoin Diamond. So far, they haven't mentioned anything. I guess if I wanted to, let's go to. I'm going to look up Koinami support real quick and see if they actually say anything about it. Let me see here. Let me see here. Guess I'll just go to the wallet. I know it's not supported now. It may take them a while, but I can go and see if, go to the support through my wallet. All right, let's see what it says here. All right, so let me see. They got information on Bitcoin Cash. They got information on Bitcoin Gold, but no information on any of these hard forks. So it looks like Koinami not yet supporting Bitcoin Diamond. Not yet, anyway. All right, so let's keep going here. All right, so this is my new bond trading view. I added some more tokens to the flag. I'll get to that a little bit later, but that's also in the notes section. You can go ahead and see it. It's what do I call it? I call it bond trading view, list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. So I got some new cryptocurrencies here that are flagged to be short. Some of the new ones are Decred and Populous. That's the only thing that's different from yesterday. I've added those, and they are in order. So Ethereum and Dash, they're in order of how much potential Bitcoin gain you can have. So there is that. They're in some order. So being on the top, being Ethereum, bottom being EOS. So I'll get to it a little bit later, but I want to share that with you. And the OCFX website, really great. You can see it labeled here, Bond Trading View as well. It was created by James Bond, Bitcoin Live. Check it out. All right, let me go to the next story. So, all right, so here's Bitcoin Diamond. All right, so here's Bitcoin Diamond. And it looks like it says forked successfully. And so let's just scroll down here. They have all these lovely features. And let's just take a quick look at what it says here. The maximum supply 210 million. Now, I think there is some pre-mining here. Okay, I don't know how much of it is pre-mining, but basically what they've done is they've taken your 21 million supply of Bitcoin, the total of 21 million supply, and then times it by 10. All right, so if you got 1 Bitcoin, now you got 10 Bitcoin Diamond. So there's a distribution of claiming and then mining for it. So they're going to mine for the rest of it. The mining algorithm is X13. It's a GPU mining. Block times 10 minutes. The max block size with SegWit is 8 megabytes. Let me see what else. Blockchain size 135 gigabytes. 2-week difficulty adjustment with no EDA. I'm not sure how they're gonna. Well, if it's new algorithm, maybe they'll just make up their own EDA. But I think the difficulty has to come from somewhere if they're forking. But who knows? Let's see. 8 million transaction per day. It's SegWit. It will have SegWit. It has replay protection. Established yesterday. And amount encrypted, which is interesting. So it does seem to add a little privacy to it, which is a little concerned because if the amounts are all encrypted, how do we know what the total amount is? How can we verify the total amount? Because the problem with some of these privacy coins like Bitcoin was that the devs were making more coins in secrecy, essentially diluting the value, creating more tokens than there should be, and no one knew about it. And obviously, if you've seen the price of Bitcoin, it's like less than a fraction of a penny, 0.0016 of a penny or something. Yeah, so I think the price of it is like, last time I checked, it was like $60, $65 per Bitcoin Diamond, BCD, Bitcoin Diamond. And the reason I emphasize BCD because there was also, believe it or not, another Bitcoin Diamond, BID. That is essentially, it was done on the 22nd. So there's some confusion. I'll get to that a little bit later. So basically, if you have, it's 10. So if you had 1 Bitcoin, you would get 10 Bitcoin Diamonds, and they're $65 each. That's $650 per 1 Bitcoin. Think about that. So if you had 10 Bitcoin, all right, one of them being 1 Bitcoin equals about $650. You have $6,500. If you got 10 Bitcoin, you would have 100 Bitcoin Diamonds, which would give you $6,500, $6,500 essentially. And so here are all the exchanges. Now, most of these look like Asian exchanges. How you doing, David L? Welcome to the channel. First time I've seen you here. And free Skillshare Media. Now, free Skillshare Media, you say one of the Bitcoin forks are going to kill Bitcoin if Bitcoin does not get bigger blocks. Well, you know, I want to. This is why I kind of shared this article. If you Zeno's paradox of the tortoise and Achilles. Now, if you think about the tortoise in this story, the tortoise wins in this paradox because no matter how fast Achilles is, if the notion that the tortoise keeps moving ever so slightly ahead, and Achilles needs that much more time to keep up with it, even though the timing or the distance is halved all the time, no matter what happens, the tortoise will always win. Think about that. Anyways, just throw that in there. Oh, sorry, going backwards. But here's all the exchanges. They look like mostly Asian exchanges. I've never heard of any of these other than Gate.io, which is right here, and I think they've had their bank account closed. And if it's the same Gate.io, I think it is, they use tethers, and they've had their bank account closed. OKEX is a Chinese exchange. Huobi if they're still in China, which they may be in Hong Kong. Looks like they're that's a Chinese exchange. So most of these look like Chinese exchanges. So these are, for the most part, Bitcoin Diamond's mostly I think a Chinese created. And then of course wallets. Now, whatever you do, don't trust any of these wallets. Okay, don't trust any of these wallets. All right, I repeat, do not trust any of these wallets. Don't even download them. Hey, Flapping Plemis, good morning to you. You must be somewhere where the sun is rising. First of all, this BitGo, if I hover over it, it's bitgo.cc, not BitGo, the other company that does the multi-signature wallets. So keep that in mind. That's not the same BitGo. When I looked at it, I was thinking like BitGo, the one with Jameson Lopp and Michael Belushi, I believe, or Jim Belushi, or am I thinking about the comedian? I'm not sure. But the San Jose Sunnyvale company, BitGo, the wallet provider, it's not that company. It's a different company. It's bitgo.cc, so something else. I've never recognized any of these wallets, and so I do not recommend downloading any of these wallets to split your Bitcoin diamond. Just be patient and wait. And if you read here, there's a disclaimer. Oh, okay. Disclaimer, the Bitcoin Diamond Organization, BTC.io, cannot take responsibility for third-party providers such as the listed exchanges, wallets, sites, and pools. All links hosted on our domain are by community members and third parties, and by clicking on any of the links, you are accepting the risk of using the third-party domain and taking responsibility for any losses, damages, or other issues using said domain. Cryptocurrencies are inherently risky, and investors and users must remain vigilant. So if you learn anything from Bitcoin Gold, you learn this. Don't give away your private keys unless you know you can control the private keys with your wallet. Okay, do not use an online wallet. Do not even use, yesterday I think I reported that even there's a wallet called Electron Gold, which seems like it's a downloadable wallet that you would control your private keys, but it actually steals your private keys. So please use a trusted source, a trusted wallet, or wait for a wallet generator to provide the keys for Bitcoin Diamond whenever that happens. It may never happen. Okay, it may never happen. All right. So what else here? Okay, so here's the development team. Evie, which I've seen that name around. I think they're tweeting a lot, and on Reddit. 007. I don't know if that's the team leader. It's not me. And then somebody with a big question mark on their face. So there's your team leaders. They apparently want to be anonymous. Again, I would not put a lot of faith into an anonymous leaders. Of course, I understand if they want to be anonymous. I respect that. But do not risk your Bitcoin, because if your Bitcoin and your private keys get stolen, there's nobody to go after. And 007 is not me. All right. But if you do get your keys private stolen, if you're trying to get your Bitcoin diamond, don't email me, don't contact me. All right. I'm not involved in this at all. Yeah. Free Skillshare Media says, if you send your private keys to get coins, move your coins to a new wallet. So that is the best practice. Take your Bitcoins and then move them to a different wallet. Since the fork already happened, so all your all the Bitcoins where you've had, they should also contain Bitcoin Diamond. All you have to do is consolidate your Bitcoin to a different wallet with a different private key. The previous wallet or the previous private key that you use, that still has your Bitcoin Diamond, and then you can try to mess around with that. But even then, remember, your Bitcoin Diamond could be stolen, because that's what happened with Bitcoin Gold. Some people were smart. Well, maybe not, because there were 300 Bitcoin and 300 Bitcoin Gold stolen. So maybe people didn't move it. But yeah, you can move your Bitcoins, and your Bitcoin Diamonds will remain in that private key. Then you could try to sweep it or use that private key to extract your Bitcoin Diamond. 21 million club. Yes, you can use my frog link. That will help you as well. Probably not. Crypto Nutter, welcome. Welcome back. Nice to see you. And so apparently the Bitcoin Diamond Foundation, which I don't even know exists. Okay, I think a lot of this is coming out of Asia. So keep that in mind. And I'm not going to go to Asia to get my Bitcoin Diamond back if it gets stolen. Now, here's the frequently asked questions. We'll go into it right now, and we'll check it out. And it's legible. You can read it. What is Bitcoin Diamond? I'm not going to get into it other than the block height 495,866, which was yesterday. I think 21 million club let me know that Bitcoin Diamond forked. That's about it. Different proof, different algorithm, of course. The uniqueness about this is it's going to be 210 million. All right. So for every 1 Bitcoin, you will get 10 Bitcoin Diamond. And the interesting thing here, it says right here, I guess you can read it. I have a link to the website. The rest 40 million will be automatically transferred into the community rewards pool as tributes and mining. So they have 170 million, which is how much we have about now. There's about 17 million Bitcoins right now. So about 170 million of Bitcoin Diamond will be given to holders. And then 40 million, or the remaining 4 million of Bitcoin that haven't been mined yet, which would be 40 million for Bitcoin Diamond, will apparently be somehow transferred into the community rewards pool or as tributes and mining. So I'm not sure what that means. I think there is a pre-mine. I can't find how much it is, but we all know by now these forks come with a pre-mine, because that's how they recover the cost and make it worthwhile for the developers to earn money doing these hard forks. So keep that in mind. And then they have a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm not even sure if anything's like, what problems do Bitcoin Diamonds attempt to solve? I don't know. I mean, other than the privacy issue, but I know Bitcoin will have like confidential transactions soon, snore signatures. So I'm not sure if that's gonna do anything. But then again, Bitcoin doesn't have those things right now. And is Bitcoin Diamond a competitor of Bitcoin? It is. Any new fork, any new altcoin competes with Bitcoin. You're competing for attention. You're competing against money, and you become essentially another coin in the market. And any new coin in the market is competition against all the other coins, but also to Bitcoin itself. So there is competition. Don't think just because they do quote unquote friendly forks that everything's going to be okay. We're all going to get along. That's not the case. All right. I don't think that would be the case, in my honest opinion. And does BTC have BCD, Bitcoin Diamond have replay attack? They state that they do. Why does Bitcoin Diamond need encrypted transactions? Whatever the reasons. They get into some other questions here. How can I get Bitcoin Diamond after the fork? You have to buy it. How can I sell my Bitcoin Diamond? Apparently, you can. You have to go to one of the exchanges, which are mostly. They seem mostly to be in Asia. So no Bittrex, no Poloniex, no Coinbase, no Bitstamp, Wex, But there are futures. I will get into that. So see, how do I mine Bitcoin Diamond? Apparently, you have to join their pool and start, and I don't know if their main chain is up or not. There's no indication they have any explorers, nothing. So be careful, everyone. Don't be in a rush. Please do not be in a rush to get this. All right. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the futures here. I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap, and thank goodness they got rid of the BitConnect banner. I hope it doesn't come on. No BitConnect banner. Isn't that amazing? Wow. BitConnect must be running out of money. All right, so let's look up. So they do have Bitcoin Diamond futures. Let's have a quick look at the price. Wow, it's $74 right now. So essentially, what's the value in Bitcoin? It's 0.0. Well, let me put it in Satoshis here. Or well, let me put it in Bitcoin. 0.008994545 Bitcoin, or 899,545 Satoshis. So that's quite impressive. So essentially, if you have one Bitcoin, that will give you 10 Bitcoin Diamond, which is essentially worth $742.30. So essentially, one Bitcoin would be worth 10 diamonds, 10 Bitcoin diamonds, but essentially one Bitcoin would equal to be $742.30 worth of Bitcoin diamond. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. I'm a little amazed by that. So that's what the futures look like. Man, it's peaking. It's pushing them against its high. It's amazing. Anyways, that's impressive. If it's able to maintain that kind of price, it will draw interest, and people will probably demand this from Bittrex and Poloniex, and Bitfinex will probably do it. I mean, they can't say no. Coinami will probably have to support it because, after all, Coinami is a multi-currency wallet, and it'd probably take a while. They're probably still in the pre-mining stage, just like Bitcoin Gold. They were on the people who had Bitcoin on those exchanges probably got the snapshot and got their Bitcoin Diamond right away, and they're trading them right now. And soon as the pre-mine starts and is pretty much completed, which I figure will take about 2 to 3 weeks, then probably different wallets, other than the wallets that they have listed, will probably implement Bitcoin Diamond. And because they need money, they need the money to pay the wallets and to pay the exchanges to get listed. But we'll keep an eye on this. So this is your Bitcoin Diamond here. All right, so here it is. Here's another article from the news BTC. There's a link in the notes section. The birth of new Bitcoin fork diamond. New Bitcoin fork, Bitcoin diamond, BCD. This is very important, BCD, because there was another Bitcoin diamond, BID, that was forked on the 22nd. It's a combination of proof of stake and proof of work coin. I'll get into it a little bit later. But here it is, and it just gives you some very short story. I'll read some quotes out to you. Right here it says, Bitcoin Diamond is a fork of Bitcoin that occurred at the predetermined block height of 495,866, said an EV team. There's two teams. There's Team EV and Team 007. Not me, okay, but I find that very interesting. And let me just scroll down here. Let me see what other quotes that I can find that may be of good use to you. Well, I guess that's it. And then they, on the bottom here, they got the website. They have an email address, Reddit, Twitter. Their Reddit is practically dead. Their Twitter, which I will get to, somewhat active. I'm not doing the Telegram. I'm not in their Slack. Their Facebook, I'll click on their Facebook, and then you'll get to see what they do for their Facebook. There's nothing in there. All right, so here's the Facebook link, everybody. Here's the Facebook link. So maybe I'm not signed in to Facebook. That's why I can't get in, but you would think you wouldn't need to do that if they want to. This is their Facebook link. I don't know. Something's going on here. Something's just not right on this one. So, all right. So I'm going to go to this other article, and this article is titled. This is by William Suberg from Cointelegraph. Bitcoin Gold or Comedy Gold, Bitcoin Diamond launches with 4.2 billion coins. Now, this guy or the author of this article did not do a really good job of researching it. Like I said, there are two Bitcoin Golds, BID and then BCD. And so if you follow some links here, this is kind of interesting. Here it is. This is the link right here. It says, a curious, complex introduction on Bitcoin Talk. November 22nd paved the way for Bitcoin's largest doppelganger, whatever that means. Anyways, let's just open that. And unfortunately, there is some confusion here because there's two different Bitcoin Golds. One's a proof of stake and a proof of work, and then there's there's Bitcoin Diamond, BID, which is a proof of work, proof of stake that forked on the 22nd, and then there's a Bitcoin Diamond, BCD, that forked on the 24th. All right, that I'm talking about right now. And so here it is. Let's see here if it continued on. All right, so this is the forum post, okay? And as you go here, it talks about, and this is what I was kind of confused. Like I think I've seen this before. This is the part when Bitcoin Silver came out. There's a Bitcoin Diamond, and apparently 21 the 21 million club is going to do Bitcoin foil. There's all sorts of the Bitcoin bronze. I mean, the jokes were just coming out. But anyways, this one right here was going to be a proof of stake with right here 4.6 billion total supply. The ticker symbol for this is, and it's a different website altogether That's the other thing. This is a different website. I'm gonna open this up, but this is a proof of work and a proof of stake. Bitcoin's diamond proof of stake. So this is totally something different. This is not the same thing. Their Facebook, their Twitter is totally different. Different coin. Okay, totally different coin. Actually, here's the website right here. So the website's right there. Let's go check it out. Okay, that's the update section. There is no update. This is Bitcoin Diamond, right? But this is a different Bitcoin Diamond. Doppelganger. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. But here, okay, so this is the other Bitcoin Diamond that hard forked November 22nd. So you might have some more Bitcoin somewhere. There's more Bitcoin Diamonds somewhere else. Okay, this is the first proof of stake, fastest version of Bitcoin, instant confirmation. This is most likely a scam. Look at this. Look at this website. This is you know when they have this much bling, it's got to be a scam. And the website does not look that great either. How do I stake Bitcoin Diamond? Blah blah blah. Oh my goodness. Look at the bling. The bling is just too much. So Diamond is worse than Bitcoin Diamond. This Bitcoin Diamond BID, all right, is worse than the other Bitcoin Diamond BCD, all right. And so if you go to the last page, there's only 7 pages, and you scroll down to the bottom here, you could kind of read it right here. The one you are referring to is BCD, Bitcoin Diamond, with no wallet and source and detailed specification that is called BCD, Bitcoin Diamond. And here it is Bitcoin Diamond, BID. BID, Bitcoin Diamond, launched 22nd November 2017. BCD, Bitcoin Diamond, launched 24th November 2017. 2 different coins. You can try to Google and read more about them if they plan to launch their wallets. Okay, so anyways, the point is this author confused, all right, is confused between the Bitcoin Diamond BCD, in which he has a picture right here. Obviously, he has a Twitter of Bitcoin Diamond BCD, but is confused with the Bitcoin Diamond when he talked about the 4.2 billion coins Bitcoin Diamond BID. So a very poor research from this particular author. And so if you read this, do not get confused. Do not get confused. The author is confused. This is totally wrong. He's mixed up the 2 different Bitcoin diamonds in here. All right. So just want to share that with you. Here, let's get rid of some of these here. Let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of this. I wouldn't trust this Bitcoin diamond. I would wait, definitely wait it out. And then finally, we do have the Twitter of Bitcoin Diamond BCD. All right, let's make sure. There's a lot of forks going on, but here's their GIF they have, which is basically a rocket launching. And it says "to the moon" with a bunch of rockets right here. So that may be the case right now. They're at almost $700, $740. Basically, one Bitcoin is $740 worth of Bitcoin diamond. You get 10 of those. You get 10 Bitcoin diamonds. So at $74.30 or $72.30, that's pretty impressive. Very impressive. Oh goodness, you guys are making too much fun of me here. So a lot of confusion going on, and it seems to be a Chinese thing. So it looks like a lot of the Chinese markets are having fun with this. Let's go back to let's go back to. I already replaced it. Um, anyways, let's go look at this price one more time. Let's see if let me refresh it. I went down a little bit. I wouldn't be in a hurry to collect this coin. You don't want the same thing happening to you like Bitcoin Gold, where you're rushing in and then your private keys get stolen, and you know, best case scenario you lose Bitcoin Diamond. Worst case scenario, you lose your Bitcoins. So don't be in a rush. Give it at least. I would give it at least a month before you start moving your coins around. All right, so let's go on to this trading view here. So the first thing I have, hey DD20, DD8209, good to see you. I just saw you. So the first thing I'm going to talk about here on this, of course, I'm going to go over the mempool. I'll be going over the mempool as usual. I'll be also going over the transaction fees for Bitcoin and then do a chart analysis for Bitcoin. So I'm just showing this to show all the different, cryptocurrencies here. And then in my flagged here, so go ahead and share this. There's a link to this in the notes section and share it. When people trade alts, they always tell me they're trading alts to get more Bitcoin. And so if that's true, then let me help you make more Bitcoins with your alts, because the way to make more Bitcoins with your alts is to dump your altcoins at the top of the market as much as much as Bitcoin, as much as you can get as much Bitcoin from that altcoin, and then dump it. And so I have here in my flagged area, I flagged these particular coins: Ethereum, Dash, Decred, Populous, Monero, I don't know what this, ARDR, and EOS. And so I've used my proprietary trading system. Hello, Hiroja Shive Space Odyssey Network. Welcome back to the chat. I've used my proprietary trading bot, my secret trading bot, okay, just like BitConnect. And I've come up with a list of coins that I wouldn't say you should start dumping now, but you should start looking at an exit. You should start looking to dump your altcoin to get more Bitcoin. So I'll go over them. First one is Ethereum. So let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. And Ethereum has been on a tear. The price is high. The market cap is rising, but I'm not too sure how long this is going to last, because if you look at the yellow, so there's three colors here if you can see them. There's the yellow or orange. I guess you could say it's orange, which is how much Ethereum is worth in Bitcoin. There's the green is how much the Ethereum is worth in US dollar, and then there's the blue for the total. So it looks like Ethereum's market cap is growing along with its price, but their value in Bitcoin, not so much. And so as the price increases, but Bitcoin's price is increasing more, you might want to look for an exit strategy with Ethereum, because if your plan is to make more Bitcoin with your altcoins, start looking at an exit strategy to dump your Ethereum to get more Bitcoin. So if Ethereum's rising, that means that you're going to get more Bitcoin, because the price of Ethereum is kind of catching up to the value of Bitcoin. So you're getting, what are you getting right now? Let me see here. 0.0575 Bitcoin is what you're going to be getting right now. So I'm not saying dump it right now. What I'm saying is start looking for an exit strategy, or find an exit, or find a price of Bitcoin that you want. The all-time high for Bitcoin, just to give you an idea, it was 0.15 Bitcoin versus what it is now, which is 0.00 what was it again? 0.057. So, you know, if you're trying to make Bitcoin, you lost out, since it's all-time Bitcoin high, I should say. But as far as US dollar high, it is making all-time high right now. So this is the first coin you should be looking at to find an exit, or to dump to get more Bitcoin. All right, so next after that is Dash. Dash is another coin that's made an all-time high. So let's take a quick look at Dash here. And you know, they're doing a lot of things. They're trying to introduce like larger block size for some reason. They're also trying to introduce multi-signature into their um, what do they call them, master nodes, or those DAO system. They're attempting to do another marketing blitz as well, and they're very eager to do these things. You know, Dash is heavily into marketing. If you look at their transaction volumes are still like less than 10,000 per day. And if you look at Bitcoins, it's over like 200,000. If you look at Ethereum, they're almost at 400,000 transactions per day. So, but anyways, Dash here is pumping hard, but the only problem is, you know, the Bitcoin high, the most Bitcoin you're ever going to get. I can't even get there. It is 0.108 Bitcoin. 0.108 Bitcoin was the Bitcoin high. Currently, the price of what you can get for Bitcoin is 0.069. So as far as Bitcoin, from its Bitcoin high, it's been trending down, but the price has been going up. And again, it's the same scenario where you got Bitcoin going up a lot more. So you're having opportunity. You're missing out on opportunity cost here. You're missing out on making more money by just simply holding on to your Bitcoin. So look for an exit strategy with Dash as well, because I'm sure eventually, if you look at this, if you just look at that chart, it does go up and down, and it's starting to trend. It's starting to, looks like it's trending down. It's making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So at some point, you probably do want to exit out of your Dash to eventually get more Bitcoin, because everyone I talk to, everyone always says, I only trade altcoins to get more Bitcoin. Well, ideally, that's what they do. Really, they probably are trading to get more money. But if they're really trying to get more money, then you would be trying to trade to get more Bitcoin, because you would be making a lot more money by holding on to your Bitcoin. So if you're trying to make a Bitcoin gain, the idea is eventually you have to dump your altcoins in order to get your Bitcoin or get more Bitcoin eventually. All right, so let's see another one. So what is the price of Dash? $593. I think it hit $600. So yeah. So there's another one that you probably want to keep your eye on and keep an exit strategy. Let me see. On my flagged area, I'm going to put Bitcoin. And so just today, I think Ethereum is 11% up on Bitcoin. Dash is 7.92%. Decred's another one. DCR up 5%, currently worth 0.0058 Bitcoin. We'll take a look at that. That's another coin that is probably you want to watch to eventually trade in to get more Bitcoin. DRC, DC, Decred, there it is. Okay, so here's the Decred, and look, this is the first time I've seen this. Decred just popped up in my proprietary trading formula for making more Bitcoin from the altcoins, although I don't trade any altcoins, but I use my proprietary formula to come up with these coins to watch out for to make more Bitcoins. So if you look at Decred, I mean, the best time was right here. And what was it? That was June. Most of the altcoins, if made most of its gains during the summer, and that was actually probably the best time on average for most altcoins to dump to get more Bitcoins. And I think that's what happened. If you look at this chart here, let's see, the price was 48.18 on June 24th, 2017. The price of Bitcoin was 0.017 Bitcoin is what you could have gone. That was its Bitcoin high. And then currently, ironically, it's reaching another all-time high. Right now it's 47.36 in US dollars. But look at the Bitcoin price that you would get for it now. Totally different. 0.0057. If you traded your Bitcoin to get Decred during the summer, you lost out on Bitcoin. So here's your chance to get more Bitcoin because the price of Decred is going up, essentially giving you more Bitcoin if it can ever catch up. And you got to take into consideration the opportunity cost you're missing out by not being in Bitcoin, because I bet you if the alts are going up, and they'll probably like all go up. They're all kind of going up if I look at them all. And I'll eventually do a live chart analysis, live coin chart analysis. And I bet you for the week, most altcoins are up. All right. But if you think about how altcoins work, altcoins are just a way to get new people into crypto. And then for the people who are already in these altcoins, they know that in order for them to get out, they got to turn new people into bag holders. So the old people in these altcoins can go back into Bitcoin and cash out. And that's how it works, right? So you got all these altcoins that say they do different things. Ethereum, contracts, and whatever else they do, ICOs. And then you have like Dash. They'll do everything that Bitcoin can't do: increase the block size, do privacy, do DAOs, do just whatever. But they're if you look at their transactions, Ethereum is probably the closest thing to competing, in as a cryptocurrency or as a token with Bitcoin, because they do have the transaction volume just because they got all the other tokenized assets that you need to trade on it. but Dash not so much. The transactions are very low. Now you got Decred. They're pitching themselves as a governance token that has a governance model, and some people like that, and those are the new people who are attracted to Decred. Well, eventually you'll find out is people come in with their bitcoins because you can't buy Decred with your fiat. You have to trade in with your Bitcoin. So eventually, watch out for Decred. There could be an opportunity to get more Bitcoins out of it because it did hit a low here. Let me see. What is this recent low as far as Bitcoin? 0.0035. There's more numbers, but I'm just kind of going to a number that I can just easily convey. So 0.00, what did I say, 35 or something, 35, and then if you look at the current 0.0057. So yeah, you've already almost doubled your Bitcoin just in the recent high. So that's another one. Let's take a look at the others. Populous. So Populous is a new one on my list that came up today, and so let's take a look at Populous PPT, and there's some potential. Oh, there's potential to make Bitcoin, more Bitcoin in this PPT Populous. There it is. I'm just waiting for it to load. All right, so let's take a look at the chart. All right, interesting. This chart, when I look at it, other than probably the first day, Populous is an ICO token. Other than its first day, where Populous was worth more in Bitcoin at any point in time. Let me see what was its value here. Can't get it. I can't get it up to the peak. Let me see if I could zoom in here. All right, so let's see here. July 13th. Again, in the summer, this is when all the ICOs they were going crazy on the ICOs. US dollar value, $8.62. Bitcoin price was 0.0035. That was the most Bitcoin you were ever going to get for it. And that is the highest amount of Bitcoin that you were ever going to get for it. So let's refresh this. Let's get the price going up again here. And now, even though the price has at its all-time high, looks like, let's have a look here. So price is at its all-time high of, can I get to the top here? Of $12.40, but the Bitcoin value is 0.0015. So it's less than its all-time high on Bitcoin value. But just watch out for this. This is another coin that yes, it made a lot of money, but think of the opportunity cost that was lost if you just simply held on to your Bitcoin, because it looks like you lost some Bitcoin if you traded your Bitcoin for Populous. You would have made more money just simply holding on to it. So here's your chance to get more Bitcoin from your Populous if you were going to sell your Populous to get more Bitcoin. That's the theory anyway. And then let me see what else. XMR. I can go brief. Oop, didn't mean to do that. All right, so let's go over XMR real quick. Well, the same, but it's just lower in the ranking. So as these, as my shorts, my coins that I flagged for shorting to get more Bitcoin, as they drop down in the ranking, that kind of tells you that um, that uh, they're you're losing the opportunity to make more Bitcoin, because when they're on the top of the ranking, that's when they're the most, you can get the most Bitcoins worth for that token, for that cryptocurrency. As they drop down the ranking, you're losing opportunity to get more Bitcoin out of it. So XMR Monero. Let's take a quick look at Monero. All right. So, yep, looks like yesterday was probably it dipped down. The value in Bitcoin dipped down, probably because it was going up. Let me zoom in here. Let's just zoom in right about here. All right. So yesterday, yeah, it was 0.021 Bitcoin, and it dipped down. Now today, you're going to get 0.019 Bitcoin. So yesterday was probably the best time, although it may not be. Who knows? The price did keep making a newer high, or it's still at its high right there. It's like 160. So, but the whole point, again, the whole point of these altcoins is, because I hear this all the time, is to make more Bitcoin. So let's check out one more, two more. ARDR. I don't even know what that is. ARDR. What is that? Ardor. See, I don't even know what these coins is. I'm just following my formula on how to get the most Bitcoin. So if you have these tokens, look for an exit strategy, because you're going to be getting the most amount of Bitcoins right about now. All right, and let me see here. Wow, this is in the Satoshis. 3246 Satoshis is today's price. It's come off its high. Let's see what it was yesterday. 3533. So yesterday seemed like you would have gotten more Satoshis. Slightly more. Okay. And then last on my list is EOS. And so let's take a look at EOS. Oh, EOS is like really, really, EOS is so ugly looking at it. But apparently it has made looks like a high price, um, but it's 22,000 Satoshis. What was it yesterday? 22,618 versus about 2261. So as far as Bitcoin value, the whole point again is to make more Bitcoin and not necessarily fiat currency with this. In order to cash out and get your money, you have to either get Ethereum or Bitcoin. But since the price is not based in Bitcoin, I mean, since the price here is only based in Bitcoin price, I can't figure out Ethereum price. Pricing it in Bitcoin. All right. So anyways, okay, so let's check out live coin here. Live coin watch. So go ahead and in the link in the notes section, there's a link to Bond Trading View. And of course, I made this specifically using my proprietary, very highly proprietary bot trading formula, so to figure out how to basically trade the top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high flagged. Okay, in this section right here, it's flagged for shorting these altcoins to get the most amount of Bitcoins that you can right now. So I'm not saying short them right now or sell them. I'm just saying look. Let me see here. I'm pricing it in Bitcoin there. So I'm just saying look for opportunities where you can get the most amount of Bitcoins off of these altcoins, because I think these altcoins offer the best opportunity and possibilities of getting the most amount of Bitcoins that you can. Okay, so Crypto Nutter has a question for me. Oh, hey, welcome Ghost Money. Welcome to the channel. And welcome to the live chat here. Crypto Nutter wants to know, James Bond, I can figure out when to sell. Where is the secret on when to buy? Haha. Well, here's the thing: is the secret is to never buy altcoins. That's the secret I have for you. That's the secret, and I don't know if it's an open secret or maybe it's not much of a secret. But never buy altcoins, because if you looked at the charts that I've shown you on Ethereum Dash, unless you bought these altcoins over a year ago and you held on to these altcoins, and even if you held on to these altcoins, the peak of getting the most amount of Bitcoins was literally during this summer, around June, July was probably the peak on most of these altcoins where you could get the most amount of Bitcoin. Since then, Bitcoin has gone up tremendously to the point where now you're still, if you bought them a year ago, you are still making money on Bitcoin. You're still getting a Bitcoin gain, not as much. If you bought any of these altcoins during the summer, you have lost Bitcoin. You're not going to get that Bitcoin back. You've lost it. You had an opportunity cost. You've lost an opportunity cost in making more money. So it depends. My recommendation is never buy on altcoin. Just buy Bitcoin, because in order to get altcoins, you have to buy your Bitcoin anyway. So there's my answer for you. I don't know if that helps. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to go into the live. Here you go. Oh, what's happening here? Okay. All right, so let's take a look here on the 7-day. Bitcoin price seems to be up right now. Ethereum, okay. So for the week, if you bought any of these coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, even Ripple, Dash, Litecoin, Monero, Neo, Ethereum Classic, IOTA, and well, not IOTA. IOTA seems to be down for the week. NEM, and I'm just looking at the top 11 here. In the 7 days, they're all up. They're all up. A week ago, they're all up. Especially the altcoins. The altcoins seems to be really kicking butt. But I think that may be just temporarily. I don't think that's something that's going to last forever. Why are they going up? I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're getting a boost. They're probably getting a boost because either someone's pumping money into it. Someone is definitely pushing up the price, but the Bitcoin volume or the Bitcoin price has stabilized around $8,000. So it gives an opportunity for the altcoins to catch up by moving up in price. But again, if you look at the chart for Bitcoin price versus the altcoin, they're not faring so well. You're losing Bitcoin. You've lost Bitcoin. So, but Ethereum for the week is up 41%. Bitcoin Cash is up 44%. Ripple 10%. Dash 40%. Litecoin 18% for the week. Monero 33%. Neo 32%. Neo, if I was using my secret formula on shorting these altcoins to get more Bitcoin, Neo was actually on my list. Would have been on my list like maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and you probably would have made out. I think the high Neo's high was like wait $48. Now it's at $32. So as far as like U.S. dollar terms, yes, these coins have made money. As far as Bitcoin pairing, these coins have they've gained, they probably gained, but if you look at the long term, since this summer, since the last 6 months, they've lost. You've lost Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. So this is it's a pretty impressive week if you have altcoins. But yes, you made money, but unfortunately you've all lost Bitcoin. You've kind of slightly regained some Bitcoin with these new prices, new all-time highs on some of these altcoins. But unfortunately, Bitcoin has moved tremendously more. So you would have made more money if you just had Bitcoin. I know it's a cruel joke. This whole ecosystem is a cruel joke sometimes. Let's take a look here. Populous for the week is up. This is one of my coins that you should be look to short. Populous up 34%. Let me see. Qtum up 14. Zcash up 20%. Let's see. Stratus is up 34% for the week. BitShares, I don't know why, but they're up 49%. Augur's up 42%. Oh my God, Power Ledger. I'm going to check the social volume on some of these tokens. Power Ledger's up 195%, but it's only worth 79 cents. So what was it worth? Like maybe 25 cents a week ago, but still not bad. You know, the only downside with altcoins is, and some of their volumes are so low, their trading volume is so low that you can't scale your profits on some of these. You know, it'd be nice if you could possibly like take $1 million and turn it into $100 million, but you can't. You would crash the market. You would crash the market by doing that. That's why it's really important to trade on larger volume uh, currencies or tokens. That way, you can literally. It could be possible to trade $1 million and turn it into. Well, it'd be nice if it turns to 100 million, but on larger volumes, it doesn't typically work that way because it's not so volatile. But you can turn 100 million, $1 million, definitely into $10 million. You can definitely do that, and it wouldn't dent that market. You can actually cash out $10 million. So, but that's when you get into these altcoins, you just can't scale your profits. Man, there's a lot of even Dogecoin is up 52% for the week. For the week, okay. So if you bought Dogecoin last week, you would have been up 52%. Monacoin up 55% a week ago. It's a good time to be in alts as far as US dollar value. But if you compare them with Bitcoin, you're not faring out so well for the year. You're barely making it, if anything. Economy up 82% for the week. What's another one? Saya Coin 30%. So overall, pretty decent gains in U.S. dollar terms for for the alts. I'll say that. But if I bet, and I wish Livecoin, I wish, I hope that what's it called here? Live Coin Watch. I hope Live Coin Watch can change these settings to Bitcoin. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, I can. Hold on. Let's see what happens if I change it to Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look at. Oh, it's only priced in Bitcoin. Does it change the percentage? It doesn't change the percentage though. It only changes the price. The percentage is the same. Uh, I I think the percentage would be different, but then again, it's priced in Bitcoin, so it is the same. It is the same. So I guess it really doesn't matter what price it's in. Let's see, USD. Yeah, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. I think it would. I think it would make a difference, but compared to the price of Bitcoin, what the percentage difference was for a week. But anyways, um, let's see, where are we going to go next on this? I think I'll go to the fees, the mempool, then I'll do a Bitcoin chart analysis. So let's see here. I think we can close some of these now. Let's see, Bitcoin fees.earn. See what's going on over there. It looks like the 1 to 10 Satoshis per byte, there's still a lot of backlog in that area. 10 to 20, slight backup. A lot of people paying 150 for 140, 150 Satoshis per byte, all the way up to around 170, 150 to 170. So this is probably where a lot of people are paying their fees here on average. Let's see what it says. 220 Satoshis per byte is the fastest and cheapest fee, which is 49,500 Satoshis. Again, for two output, one input. Interesting. Let me take a look at one more. Let's look at this one here. Hey, David L. I just saw you in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Okay, man. Earlier today, it really looked like the mempool was getting filled. I think that's just day activity. It could be just Black Friday, people spending their coins, or maybe trading. Who knows? The altcoins are going crazy today. I know that you can use some of the altcoins to buy, to buy things on Black Friday. Maybe some of that was going on, and it looks like the mempool has come down now, so you can start. Looks like the purple, which is 10 to 20 Satoshis, is probably where the mempool is getting filled. So anything above 20 Satoshis per byte, you could do 20 to 30. 30 Satoshis on up will get your, right now, as of right now, will probably get your transactions into the block. But looks like during the day today, the mempool was full. It looked like it almost went up to 20,000, but let me see what it is now. According to this, it's 20,000 now, according to this statistic. But let's take a look at trade block here. Yeah, I did a. I think you were here when I did that Neo story. Like people were going on rumors. It was ridiculous. Thanks for mentioning that, Q Yeah, we're back down to 5,000 transactions in the mempool according to Block Trade or Trade Block, and it looked like it spiked. It really did spike up to 25,000 transactions. Now it's gone down. So yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot to do one more. Let's check out the social media volume. Solum.io. Supposed to be volume and social media S, and so the S combined with the volume. Solum. The chatter box. Let's see who's chattering up these prices to go up higher. So let's see what's the trending coin. Kyber Network, Pivx, Economy. Economy has definitely gone up. I think Pivx has gone down. Economy again on Twitter and on Reddit. Looks like that's a, and Factum. I don't know what's the deal with Factum. And then Ray blocks. I've never heard of those. Digibyte on Twitter. Okay. Nexus on Twitter. Omisi Go. I think they're getting a lot of bad publicity, or it's going down. Dash and Dash again up on Reddit and on Twitter. So something's going on with Dash. Looks like the marketing campaign is starting. Saya Coin on Reddit and Twitter. And then we're back to Kyber Network and everything. So, okay, let's take a look here. Not too much here. The biggest thing is Dash. If you look at Dash, you could see they're on their marketing campaign. It is moving up in price, 41% up, and the social volume up in price as well. Oh, look at Kyber Network. I don't know what this is. Never heard of it, but 3,575% up. Looks like it doesn't take much. Their social volume is only like 147, so it must have been like 1 or 2, and then increased to over 3,000%. Looks like some of the Dogecoin is dying down a little bit. Vertcoin is dying down. Lisk is dying down. Walton is dying down. OMC goes up as well as the price. So something to that. Ethereum Classic is up 32% in social volume, and the price is up 14%. That's just today in one day. Pivx is 188% in social volume, but it's only 75. So what do they have? They must have had only like maybe 50. Their social volume was 50. Now it's pumped up to 75, but their price is up 3.5%. Rail blocks. I've never heard of this. Well, let me see the rest here. Economy's up 20%. Factum, I don't even know why people talk about Factum. Okay, let's go back to this one right here. Ray blocks. I've never heard of. Let's just click and see what it does. Looks like it's taken a deep dive the beginning of the month, and it's just it looks like a dead cat bounce here. Let's see what it is. Let me see. Looks like you can do it. Big, well-known community support. Give it a shot, please. RT. I don't even know what that means. RT. This is all Twitter. I'll say it with pride. XRB Ray blocks has such immense potential We have so much in store for you all, and I can hardly wait for what's coming. I don't even know what this thing does. Never heard of it until today. There's another tweet. Win XRB at Beyonce 2017. Looks like they're trying to get listed on that exchange. Yeah, Q bro. You know, I've checked ever since I did that video update for my Pivx wallet. I've suddenly realized Yellow Fever contacted me and told me that I'm on the wrong blockchain. Apparently, they hard forked because they're having some problems and issues. And again, they don't. I don't think they mind. They're just nodes right now, full nodes. And all of a sudden, I was getting like a Pivx. I was getting like 3 or 4 Pivx. Like no, I was getting like half a Pivx every day. And what was happening was I didn't update my wallet, and so basically there was less and less people on the old blockchain, and I was getting staking rewards like every day. And then and then ever since then I haven't had a chance to update it, because when I figure out when Yellow Fever told me what the problem was, I realized, well, if I update it, I'll lose all that staking rewards that I supposedly staked, but I staked them on the wrong chain. So when I update to the new chain, all my Pivx is going to be gone. So I'm like, oh, screw it. You know, I'll take my time in updating it. That's not even staking right now. I can't even stake on the old blockchain. So, um, yeah, it kind of sucks. I bet that's what everyone's all excited about. I didn't make a video on that. I should probably make an update video. I don't want people watching my video thinking they can stake and then they're on the old chain staking away. What is this? Looks like Rayablock's technical white paper updated. When you have to update your white paper, I'm not too sure about that. I've never heard of this coin, so I just wanted to know what it was, and looks like it's just hype. So that's the social volume roundup. Okay. Finally, let's go to a Bitcoin chart analysis. So the fees are low right now. So it looks like during the day there was a lot of activity, and whatever that activity was, looks like Black Friday was the activity. It looks like a lot of people might be cashing out their Bitcoins by buying gifts. All right, let's take a look here. It's still above $8,000. It's supposed to crash on Black Friday for some reason, but um, looks like it's doing great right now. So let's go back to 2013. And remember when this was like everyone was all excited about this price back in 2013. My, how things have changed. Now look at where we are. Yep, that's where we are now. All right, wow. We are still up so much. On just looking at the weekly, I'm looking at this, and there is a huge gap, but the fact that it's still a green candlestick for this week, and with like we're into Saturday, then Sunday, there's probably a fairly good chance. It is the weekend. If there was any merchant processing, uh, we'll find out on Monday if all the merchant processors start dumping the excess amount of coins of Bitcoins. I really doubt it. You know, I really doubt it. I think there's just way too much demand for Bitcoin to be dumping these right now. I mean, people are literally waiting for the price to go down to buy more. I mean, people have money just waiting on the sidelines, waiting for Bitcoin to buy more. So, but it might, I mean, on the weekly, I'm just looking at it, and it just looks like a huge gap right here from the moving average. I'll show you my settings here. Oh, it's my main indicator is EMA. I'm assuming that means estimated moving average. I just use a candlestick. RSI. The scale is linear. The depth range, it doesn't matter. You know, I played around with that. It doesn't do anything. Currency volume based on Bitcoin. Time zone local, which is New York time. Chart range auto, theme dark. There's my settings if you want to know. And so that's that. But let's just draw some lines here. I'm just going to draw some lines. Nothing fancy. You'll be surprised how just simple it is to really do chart analysis once you learn like the basics. Just basic lines, moving averages, higher highs, higher lows means uptrend, lower highs, lower lows means downtrend. I mean, it's not rocket science. Sometimes people make it out to be some rocket science. Merch Studios, welcome to the channel. How you doing? You've been buying heavy on the dips. You're a smart man. At least you say what you're gonna do. A lot of people always say, "I'm waiting for the dip," and then you know they never do anything. They're too afraid to buy on the dip. So I'm just on the hourly. I am gonna do a chart analysis here. The volume seems to be low enough where I can. And so I could zoom in. So what I done is this is I made a line at the high, and this is actually the trend line, the top, the moving. Let me see the trend line from 2013. All right, so this is the price has gone way above it, and if the price has been above this trend line since this trend line from 2013. I mean it's a really good sign. I mean, I don't think we're going to have to worry about it breaking too hard if it's been up this high. If there is going to be any support, it's around 7,000 right here. If it does crash for whatever reason, there's some good support right here, in my opinion. I'm just looking at it at an hourly. Now, when I zoom up closer, it's moving in a range right here. You can see that it's hitting the top and the bottom, sort of top and the bottom, but it's just really moving within this two price range, which happens to be, let me see, 7. Looks like is it $600? I think there's about a $700 price range in here, which seems to be a lot, but that's a 10% range going up and down. So 5% range of medium from going up or down. So that's about average for Bitcoin price to move in a day, about 5%. Yeah, it's incredible. Some people like to say 7,000 Bitcoin price is a hell of a deal to buy. You know, it almost sounds ridiculous to to say that, but it's true. You know, especially if you consider my short term prediction or my short term price target of being 10,000, and my long term price being at 21,000. So that's, you know, if you think about that, then yeah, 7,000 sounds like a great deal. If my target price hits, both the short and the long term. So when I zoom in, it looks like it's just ranging between $600 in price. Now, what I would do is simply just, if you're already in it, that's great. If it breaks above this all-time high, which is $8,354.50, which was just made yesterday, all right? That all-time high was made yesterday. I know it's not, it didn't break through like tremendously, but it's still an all-time high. Then if it breaks above that, look forward for more all-time highs. So every time it makes an all-time high, just look forward for another all-time high. What I like about the small volumes and the price ranging in a small area is that now I can say that around 777, 7,707, if it breaks below that price, then look forward to going, or depends, look forward to, but then look for a price to go down around this range, around $7,000. And I know a lot of people are waiting to buy the dip. They're looking for a discount. They're looking for the other discount sale, the discount sale on Bitcoin. Hey, Neo Geo, I didn't see you there. Looks like you snuck in right at the end, the best time. And then let's see here. Let's go on to 12-hour. Let's see how things are going here. So on the 12-hour, the price, the spot price is still above the average, the moving average. So as long as the spot price is above the moving average, that's typically a good sign. That tells me the price is going to go up. It's just simple as that. Although the RSI shows that it's trending downwards, if I pull back, it's trending like this is higher, this is higher. I'm sorry, this is high, this is low, and this is low. The peaks are getting lower. But if you look on the chart, peaks, the prices are going higher. And so when you see that, it doesn't mean the price is going to crash. A lot of people see these the higher the RSI like trending downwards, and they think the price is going to crash. RSI may not do that. RSI is kind of, you have to read the RSI different from the price movement, because that's a mistake I often made. Was I looked at the RSI thinking, well, the RSI is starting to trend down, that must mean the price is going to trend down. Nope, that's not the case. And let me see, let's go to the 1 day, take a look at the 1 day. 1 day is the same thing. It's the spot price is higher than the moving average. When I see that, the price usually goes up. So right now, that's all I can say. I could just look at it right now. It's hard to predict the future. If anybody says they can predict the future, they are lying to you. They would not ever tell you. They would be making all the money for themselves. But from what I can tell, when the spot price is above the short-term moving average, which is weighted, usually means higher price in the future. And in the 3 day, I like looking at the 3 day. I think the 3 day really shows a lot more accuracy in the price movement and along the moving averages at least. And on the 3 day, I do look at candles at that. When I get up to the 3 day or the 1 week, especially at the price movement we are right now, I do look at the candles. When I see a red candle, or if it finishes as a red candle, I get a little wary. I get a little cautious. And plus, there's a slight gap right here between the spot where the low of this candlestick to the moving average. And so I kind of get a little worried, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to the dip. Let me see, what is the price right here? This says this moving average is at 75.99. That's about where I can, maybe a little bit higher, maybe 76.25, but that's probably maybe a good market order. Other than that, you're looking at this price right here around 7,000. So there's a couple areas where you can average cost your way down between 7,600 to 7,000. You could just average average cost your market orders, and that way, you could always get the bottom on one of them, right? Always, people always want to put all their eggs in a certain price, thinking it's going to hit and that's going to be the final bottom. You really don't know. I always recommend just put uh, you know, whatever, like point 0.5 or point 0.1, just average it downwards. Put different, put however many, Bitcoins you want to get, and space them out from 7,600 to 7,000, and then just wait it out. If you're trading on the exchanges, okay, just wait it out and then see what happens. And if it goes down further, then you have another, areas to buy, which is at 7,000 all the way to 55, and you can space them out even further, you know, or sometimes, it's up to you. You can actually increase the amount and space them out further, or you can keep the same amount and just you'll have a lot of opportunities here for the price to hit your market order. But once it hits the last market order, and that's the lowest price it goes, you can always say to your friends, I bought at the bottom, because you did. You bought one order at the bottom. All right, let me take a quick look at the weekly. All right, weekly, different story. It's a green candlestick. If it finishes on a green candlestick is always better than a red candlestick. That's what I have to say. But there's a big gap between the spot price right here, and then the moving average. Let me see, how much of a gap is that? 6,800. And where is the current spot price? At 8,100. So there's over $1,000 gap there, which we've always seen $1,000 correction, which is not a big deal. $1,000 corrections have happened before, and in this case, it's a healthy correction, which would most likely lead to a higher high, a bounce. Worst case scenario, you got some other support levels, 5,500, 5,000, and then of course this moving average right here at 44 or 4,500. Then worst case scenario is 3,000. If it gets really bad, oh my goodness, I can't imagine it getting that bad. Where would the next support be? It would be right here. It would be right here at 2,000, right about $2,000. Do I think it's going to go down $2,000? No, I don't think it's going to go $2,000 right away. Considering we're from 8,000 down to 2,000, a $6,000 drop, a little extreme, but why not? You never know. You might get lucky and get a flash crash. I mean, it happens. Flash crashes happen all the time, and you might get lucky, and you can buy one Bitcoin for $2,000, and then it'll just flash rise again back to 8,000, and you just made a cool, what, $6,000? That's not bad. There's times I've seen it, flash crashes. I wish I put a market order in. Man, I would have gotten some great deals. That's a one hell of a bio dip price. Anyways, that's going to conclude my episode right now. Close that out. All right, so Bitcoin Diamond, enjoy it if you have it and you're able to get it. But please do not give up your private keys. Do not lose your Bitcoin. Do not get scammed. Be wary of wallets. Remember what happened to Bitcoin Gold. All right, so 21 times 10, 210 million. That's Bitcoin Diamond. Shine bright like a diamond, everyone. Shine bright like the diamond. Enjoy the bling bling. That's what I have to say. Anyways, I'm going to conclude this episode. Thank you for everybody in the chat. I appreciate you coming and watching the live stream. I try to do my best in providing very good information, wonderful links to help you get more Bitcoin. Please check out the bond trading view. There's a link to it. It shows you the top 55 coins that I compared to Bitcoin, an all-time high, and check out the flag section, because those are coins that you should consider cashing out on, or trading out into Bitcoin, because you're probably going to get the most Bitcoin for those tokens, or for those coins. Anyways, let me see who's still in here. Michael, or Merch Studios, thank you for watching. Neo Geo, Dual Over Canis, really appreciate you coming up and being here all the time. Who else? Q Burrow, thank you very much. Crypto Nodder, as well as Fud Machine, and David L. Thank you for watching. Hiroja Shive Space Odyssey Network, DD8209, Ghost Money. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Let's see. I think I believe Brian was in here. I think Brian showed up for a little while. Yes. And DD8209. Yeah, of course I already said you already. And then 21 Million Club, as well as, let's see who else was here. Boy, you guys were really chatting quite a bit. Free Skillshare Media, and Felipe Hey Hahi. Hopefully I said your name right. Hopefully, and Richie Rich. Thank you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. So feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or leave a comment after the live stream, of course, or even do a video response. Until next time, everybody, stay tuned. Bye bye.